You already know. You know he's not good for you. You know exactly what will happen if you text him back. You've read the articles, you've had the conversations, you made the promise to yourself at 4 a.m. And still, here you are, hovering over his name in your phone at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. Understanding isn't stopping you. That is not a personal failure. That is the exact place where knowledge ends and biology begins. Before we go anywhere else, I need you to hear something. The shame you feel when you find yourself unlocking your phone to reach for him again, that I should know better than this by now voice, is doing something terrible to you. It's making you believe the problem is your character. That maybe you don't actually want to heal. That maybe you're addicted to pain. That maybe some deep, broken thing inside you doesn't deserve a different life. None of that is true. You are not weak. You are not self-sabotaging. You are not attached to your suffering. You are a nervous system in withdrawal, being pulled at by 3 very specific forces most women were never taught to name. Forces that override the prefrontal cortex the way hunger overrides a diet at midnight. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through them. The chemical crash, the memory rewrite that starts around week 3. And then I'm going to hand you the one thing nobody gives you at the beginning of a breakup. A plan built for the version of you who's going to lose her clarity in a month. Because she is the one who's going to reach for him. Not the you who's watching this right now. Stay with me. Let me tell you something that might reframe every breakup you've ever had. The body, when it's been in a bond, becomes chemically dependent on that bond, not as a metaphor. Actually, during the relationship, your system was producing higher baseline levels of oxytocin from his touch, dopamine from the anticipation of hearing from him, endorphins from the ease of a body it had learned to recognize. Even the low-grade cortisol from your fights had become part of your internal wallpaper. Your entire neurochemistry was calibrated around his presence in your life. When he's gone, all of that drops at once. Oxytocin crashes. Dopamine has nothing to anticipate. Endorphins go quiet. And cortisol, which used to spike and settle in a rhythm your body had unconsciously learned, now stays on. Because your system doesn't know what happened. It only knows that the person it had bonded to has disappeared, and it's reading that absence the way it reads any other significant loss, as danger. The result is a very specific set of physical symptoms you've probably been calling heartbreak. Insomnia, tightness in the chest, nausea you can't explain, intrusive thoughts that don't obey you, and an actual physical pull, physical, toward your phone, toward his name, toward any contact that would refill the delivery. Here's the reframe. Almost none of that is him. Most of it is your body asking for its chemicals back. The next time that ache hits at 11 p.m. and your mind interprets it as I love him so much, I can't live without him. I want you to try, just once, translating it differently. Try. My body is asking for oxytocin, and it hasn't been given another route to it yet. That's not cold. That's not dismissive of what you had. It's giving your suffering the correct name, so you stop treating a chemical event as a spiritual verdict on the relationship. Now here's the force nobody warns you about. Somewhere around the 3rd or 4th week without contact, something specific is going to happen inside your brain. And if you don't know it's coming, it will destroy your progress in a single evening. Your memory of the relationship is going to change. Not slowly, not subtly, in a wave. One afternoon, you'll be folding laundry or driving home from work, and suddenly a very specific memory of him will land in your chest with a force that feels physical. The way he laughed at that coffee shop, the morning he made you breakfast, the look in his eyes on your birthday. And these memories will not arrive as memories. They'll arrive as evidence. Evidence that maybe it wasn't all bad, that maybe you overreacted, that maybe love that real is worth trying one more time. I need you to know what's actually happening. Your brain, deep in withdrawal from months of shared chemistry, is doing something called rosy retrospection. In low oxytocin states, the mind selectively surfaces the memories most likely to restore the bond, and quietly buries the ones that would confirm the breakup was right. This is not sentimentality It's not a sign from the universe. It's an active neurological editing process running in service of returning you to the source of the chemicals your body has been missing. The kitchen in silence, deleted. The night he left you on red for 11 hours, filed away. The specific tone in his voice when you asked him if he loved you, softened, made generous, made ambiguous where it was, at the time, absolutely clear. What comes back is not the truth. It's the highlight reel your brain assembles when it wants you to run back and redose. Here's what to do about it. In the very first week, while you still have the clarity of the pain that ended it, I want you to write yourself a letter. A specific one. Not a rant, not a manifesto. A calm, detailed inventory of the last time you cried in the bathroom because of him. What he did, what he said, how your body felt, the exact way you thought in that moment, I can't keep living like this. Fold it. Put it somewhere you'll be able to find it in 3 weeks. When the flood comes, and it will come, you're going to read that letter. Not to convince yourself. To remember that the woman who wrote it was closer to the truth than the one who's about to text him. Here's what almost no one tells you at the beginning of a breakup. The version of you making the decision to leave is not the same woman who'll be tempted to go back. She's calmer. She's clearer. She's just seen the pattern with her own eyes. But somewhere between week 2 and week 6, your neurochemistry is going to drop out from under her. And a different version of you is going to be the one holding the phone. That version deserves a plan, not a manifesto, a protocol, something practical, something you decide now while you still can. 3 friends on standby, not 15. 3 specific women whose phone numbers you save in a note titled, "When the Wave Comes." You've told them in advance that if you text them the single word wave, they will call you within the hour. No conversation about whether you should be feeling this. No debate, just presence. The letter folded and saved, not on your phone, somewhere physical, ideally handwritten, so opening it feels like a ritual, not a scroll. The old messages deleted, everyone, not because you want to erase him, because your brain at week 3 is going to reread them, looking for evidence of love in words that were, at the time, evidence of hesitance. Do not leave that ammunition lying around. A sleep protocol, no phone in bed, a downloaded playlist or podcast you already know settles your body. Because the loneliest hour of the night is the one that reaches for him hardest, and a nervous system that hasn't slept is a nervous system that will negotiate. And no contact. Not because you're punishing him, not because you're proving anything, because a single message from him will redose the exact chemicals your body has been detoxing from, and the entire clock resets. Every day of no contact moves your system closer to a baseline that doesn't depend on him. Even one text pulls you back to day 1. This isn't about willpower. Willpower is what fails at week 3. This is about setting up the environment so that the you of the future has a fighting chance when the wave arrives. Because it will arrive, and it won't warn you the day it does. Here's what I want you to hold on to as we close. You are going to feel that pull again. Maybe tonight, maybe in a week, maybe on a Sunday afternoon that had been going well until it wasn't. When it happens, I don't want you to fight it. I want you to name it. This is withdrawal. This isn't love. Then I want you to do exactly 3 things. Text one of your 3 friends the word wave. Take the letter out and read it once, slowly, the whole way through, and go to bed. Not because you've solved anything, because sleep is the single most efficient way to lower the cortisol that's driving this. You will wake up tomorrow. The wave will have moved past. Your body will have released a fraction of the chemistry it was holding on to. And you'll have added another day to the version of your nervous system that no longer needs him to feel real. You are not the sum of the times you went back. You are the sum of the times you stayed with yourself when everything in your body was screaming to leave. The wave doesn't care that you know better. It isn't going to ask your permission. It comes when it comes. But the woman who has planned for it, who has 3 names in a note and a letter in a drawer and a bed already made, is the woman who wakes up on the other side. That's who you're building. Not a stronger woman, a readier one.